Early this morning, right after my morning run, I had a phone call with somebody that knows a couple of these members are part of the college football playoff committee, and let's just say things are going to be changing. At least that is the notion early on. Good morning, happy Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Well, actually, now that I think about it, you'll be seeing this in the afternoon because, editing Matt, I gotta edit the video and whatnot. But for me, though, it's morning, and after I got done running this morning, you know what I did? Chef Matt in the building, I whipped up some French toast. As y'all can see right here, I got the French toast cooked on brioche bread, and of course, I gotta have my iced black coffee. And man, oh man, let me tell y'all something. Nothing, and I mean nothing in this world, hits better than some nice homemade French toast after a morning workout. There's just something about it. There's a very rewarding feeling about eating a nice meal knowing you earned that meal. And oh yeah, by the way, now I'm thinking about it, am I the only one who's noticing, at least in northern Alabama, that the past week or two it hasn't been as hot? It's still hot, but it's cooled down a little bit. I think fall, it's approaching us. I don't know, maybe I'm tripping, but when I got done with my morning run, what time was it? I think it was like 8:50, 8:55. I wasn't as hot as normal. What's the best way to say this? It wasn't blistering hot. But getting that out the way, let's get down to the nitty and gritty, and we got to talk about the breaking news that is coming out. And that is no other than, allegedly, according to my sources, the college football playoff is going to be changed, at least the format. Why is this a big deal? Because we haven't even played the original format that is supposed to be in the not next season, but the season after that. Because remember, this year in 2023, we have a 4-team playoff. After this year in 2024, we're going to have the 12-team playoff. And already they are talking about making changes to the 12-team playoff. And why it's so funny is because we haven't even had a season of it yet. So I know what all of you are sitting there saying, well, why are we changing it? What's going on? And it has everything to do with the Pac-12. As to when I'm speaking, as when I'm filming this video, this is a developing story, and I just got off the phone with somebody who is a very reliable source. I'll leave it at that. You've probably seen him on TV a couple of times. He has fed me this information that I am now going to feed you guys, and if you've been watching the channel the past couple of months, let's just say I've been spot on. And I wish I could take credit for it, but I can't. All the credit in the world goes to my sources and the people behind the scenes that helps me with all these videos. We're going to talk all about that in today's video. It is the one and only topic we're going to focus on because I think it's that important. Nothing, and let me repeat this, nothing gets me more amped up for college football than talking about a 12-team playoff. I love expanding to a 12-team playoff because number one, it's going to give us a fresh look. Number two, and this is arguably the best part about it, is going to give some teams that couldn't make the 14 playoff a legit shot. And then number three, and this is also an extremely vital part, at least in my humble opinion, team seasons aren't going to end after 2 losses. And what I mean by that is now when you get 2 losses, we're already like, yep, you can't make the playoff, it's done, it's over with. But now once we head into that 12-team playoff, no, you can see teams with 3 losses get in. And the reason that's good for the sport, it's the same thing for March Madness. It's going to give teams something to play for, and a lot of teams something to play for. Whereas in previous years, we've had, 6, 7 teams in contention going into the last couple of weeks. Well, in the 12-team playoff, you're going to have probably, 20 teams in contention in the past couple, or not the past, but the last couple of weeks. We got some more minor things to speak on, but that is the one and main topic. As always, if you're new to the channel and you like college football content, consider joining our amazing community and family. All right, man, blah, blah. Shut the crap up. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. First thing is first, on the previous video last night, we got this comment right here. My man said, we're living through the golden age of Matt videos, and that got me thinking, by the way, thank you for the kind words. I greatly appreciate that. But does that mean we're in our prime right now, our community and channel? But that means if we are in our prime, there's going to be a downfall, right? I don't know. I don't want to think about it that way, but it had me thinking. I was like, wait a minute. What if we're in our prime and we don't even know it? On a serious note, and the main reason I even brought that comment up is because I want to say this because I don't even think I've said it all in the off season. And if I have said it, I haven't said it enough. I cannot thank each and every single one of you enough for sticking with me all throughout this offseason. We all know this. It's been long. It's been boring. There hasn't been a lot going on, and that's how every offseason is, but I've tried to make it as entertaining as possible. And you guys have also done that for me because I think a lot of you know this if you're watching the channel every single day. A lot of the content we make on this channel is based off of recommendations and what you guys send me in the comment section, send me on Twitter and Instagram. I wanted to bring that up briefly. I cannot thank y'all enough for sticking with me throughout this offseason and the season. It is right around the corner. I can't wait. We're super close, man, and I'm glad you guys enjoy the videos because I enjoy making them. And as long as we get that good combination going, we ain't gonna stop anytime soon. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. What we are building on this channel, it's never been done before. We are building a community of die-hard college football fans and die-hard sports fans in general. I'm just excited to see where we go from here on out, and I'll leave it at this, and we got to get a move on. We're just getting started. Getting that out the way, though, sorry for rambling. Actually, you know what? No, scratch that. I'm not sorry for rambling. It's my channel. Getting that out the way, though, Matt, shut the crap up, lock in, let's get down to business. In the season of 2024, not this up-and-coming season, but next year, we are heading to the 12-team playoff format. Everybody knows that. That's kosher. That's all fine and dandy. Well, here's what changed everything. The Pac-12 now going to the Pac-4. And I know what you're sitting there saying. Well, okay, Matt, what changed? What's going on? Originally, and I have to remind people on this, the 12-team playoff bracket isn't as simple as the top 12 teams get in the playoff. A lot of people are confused on that concept in general, but that's not even how it works. The 12-team playoff consists of 6 automatic bids. You get your 5 automatic bids from the Power 5 conference, which means if you win your conference, you're getting in no matter what your regular season seeding is. Let's say, for example, a team that's ranked like 17th in the country wins their conference championship, where they're getting in the playoff. And then to go on top of that, a non-Power 5 team also has an automatic bid. And then your other 6 teams are your at-large bids, and that's similar to March Madness. You got your really good teams that didn't win their conference championship that can still get in. I know that may sound a little bit confusing, but to break this down, I'll show you what the bracket would have looked like last year. I'll explain 1 through 4. Number 1, Georgia. They got an automatic bid. They won their championship. Same thing with Utah, same thing with Clemson, and same thing with Michigan. You see Utah at 4 here, but remember, they didn't make the playoff. Why? Because, they had a couple of losses all throughout the regular season. But see, that wouldn't have mattered if the 12-team playoff was into effect because they won their conference championship. Continuing along here to our 2 other automatic bids, you got Tulane, and then you got K-State. Remember, K-State beat TCU. So those are your 6 automatic bids, and the other 6 you see on this list, these are your at-large teams. And the reason the committee did it this way is because over the past, what has it been now, 9-10 years, the committee has wanted to emphasize winning your conference championship. It's a big deal. So they was like, you know what? Let's just do this. Go to a 12-team playoff, and then we'll give everybody an automatic bid if they win their conference championship. Well, now, and I think you know exactly where I'm about to go with this, that has backfired. Why is it backfired? Because now the Pac-12 is the Pac-4. There should be no reward for winning a 4-team conference. And realistically speaking, Stanford, California, Washington State, Oregon State aren't going to be top 12 teams or even top 25 teams. I think Oregon State, they're on the fringe, but everybody else probably not. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that now brings us up to date with today when I was making a couple phone calls. And I think On3 even came out with their own article talking about this. I'll try to find it on Twitter because they also got some pretty good sources. Yeah, they did right here. News. College football playoff commissioners believe the new college football playoff model should be re-examined after recent conference realignment. And I know we have a lot of disagreements on our channel, but I don't think anybody's going to disagree with this. Yeah, they should re-examine this, and yeah, they should change it. The Pac-12 should no longer have an automatic bid. No way. Early this morning, right after my morning run, I had a phone call with somebody that knows a couple of these members are part of the College Football Playoff Committee, and let's just say things are going to be changing. At least that is the notion early on. My source told me that the immediate reaction from a couple of these members a part of the College Football Playoff Committee is, yeah, we're going to have a couple more meetings. They are going to discuss this, and you don't got to be a rocket scientist to figure out what they're going to be talking about. Of course, there's a lot more to it than just having an immediate reaction of, oh yeah, we're going to strip the Pac-12 from the automatic bid. No. It's not quite that simple. There's contracts that go into this. There's stuff behind the scenes. There's so many small details you got to take a look at. But for right now, at least, I guess you'd say the word around the block is the Pac-12 is not going to keep that automatic bid. I've heard a couple different scenarios, and I'm going to lay them out on the table for you guys, and let me know in the comment section, what do you think they should do? Scenario number 1 is give the Pac-12 at least 2 years of having that automatic bid and see what they can do. See if they can put a top 15 team in there, and if they have a couple good teams, hey, maybe we let them keep the automatic bid. Scenario number 2 is just immediately from the jump, take away their automatic bid, but here's where things get a little smoky in the water. Is smoky in the water even a saying? I don't know. We're going to roll with it. I think you get what I'm trying to say. It gets a little, just smoky. Scenario number 2 would be, okay, we're going to take away the Pac-12's automatic bid. But it's not quite as simple as that because if you take away their automatic bid, you got to give it to somebody else. Or if you don't give it to somebody else, you can now say, okay, instead of 6 automatic bids, we're going to do 5 automatic bids and 7 at-large bids. That could work. But if you want to keep the 6 at-large and 6 automatic, then you somehow, some way got to give the other automatic bid you took from the Pac-12 to somebody else. And that's where things get really fascinating to me because I don't know who you give it to. Off the top of my head, I want to say, oh yeah, you got to give it to the SEC. But now with the Big Ten having all the teams they have, you can make a legit case and argument and say, hey, give the Big Ten 2 automatic bids. Because obviously that's what it would come down to if you wanted to have an extra automatic bid, either the Big Ten or SEC. To me, that'd be a little too controversial. I just think I'd say, yeah, let's go with 5 automatic bids and 7 at-large bids. That way, nobody's clamoring about SEC buys and Big Ten buys and blah, 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 blah. Me personally, if I was voting on this, which I'm not, that's the route I would go. 5 automatic bids, 7 at-large bids. And let me make this clear, if you're a Pac-12 fan, I mean, is there even any more Pac-12 fans? I don't know. Just because we take away your at-large bid, that doesn't mean you can't make the playoff. I said at-large bid, I meant automatic bid. What I was trying to say is, you can still get an at-large spot. You're just not going to get that automatic bid because you only got currently 4 teams in the conference, and even if you add teams, they're not going to be that good. We'll probably hear something on this soon. Let me know your thoughts down below. But